All right, guys, welcome back. Another product sourcing video for 30 minutes, and people have been asking me to make these videos like crazy. I think people are making a lot of money with this, whether it's revenue or profit. So I want to continue to keep these rolling, okay? And now what I'm going to be doing here as far as finding the leads, I'm going to be using two of the leads that we found when I made the 12K revenue product sourcing video to find all of these products. So that way we can see how well those products are continuing to do and then find more revenue off of those products. And if you haven't checked those out, they're on the channel. Go and check it out because there's a lot of revenue just in 4 leads, okay? So here, like always, here's our master lead tracking sheet. Now we're up to about 10 or 10 or 12, I guess you can say. When I find the leads, I'm gonna come in here, list them here so that you guys can have them and then we can build out a pretty cool catalog to hopefully help everybody get started and make their first dollar for free, okay? So here we go. Here's one of the leads that we found. It was this Tom's of Maine long-lasting deodorant when I was doing the long 12K a month revenue video. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go down into the software SellerAmp. And again, I'm going to be using these two softwares, SellerAmp and Keepa. They're basically like the safe havens of Amazon to see all the data for every product. And we're going to go here and check out some of the sellers. So what I'm going to do is open up some of these sellers that I feel like we align with, some of the smaller sellers. Because anyways, I don't want to see any bigger sellers on this listing because that means that we're going to have no chance to get sales if we try to compete with them. So I'm going to be focusing on the smaller sellers, open up their storefront, and maybe that they align with our strategy, okay? So that's how we find leads right at our table, okay? So again, this is a seller's storefront. I see all of the brands that they sell, all of the products that they sell, what their seller name is, how many products they have, everything you could ever possibly know. I'm stealing like an artist. I'm looking at what they do. I'm seeing if we can also do a little bit of it, share some of the sales. Everybody's happy. Okay, that's the strategy when it comes to reverse sourcing. So let's go down their catalog here. Looney Tunes, Golden Collection. I don't really work in books. I don't really work in DVD collections. So I'm going to recommend you guys don't do that. So I won't be spotting those out just out of profitability and revenue reasons. Now, what I'm going to be looking at just to get a little bit of insight here, I'm looking at what the price of the product is, how many times it sells, what the competition looks like. And if all that checks out, I'm literally going to move my eyes from left to right to go to this mini chart here on the right. And if this looks good, which is the Keepa chart, that chart that I mentioned here down at the bottom of this listing, if that looks good, I'm actually going to open up the listing and then we're going to do another check to make sure that it is good. Then the final check there is actually finding the supplier, okay? And I might go fast sometimes, so it's good to rewatch it, but I'm going to try to go keep it as clearly as possible, okay? Again, here we have a bunny charm, nothing we're going to align with here. A lot of this stuff doesn't really align with us, so I've seen this product before. This is a profitable one, sold on PetSmart. It's a little bit of a hint, all right? Let's keep it going. Jellycat. Yeah, this seller just doesn't really align with us. I mean, he has this product here, which is profitable, but seen it way too many times. Outside of that, it just has a lot of Jellycat stuff and yarn. What is this? Yarn? Okay. So you have 50 sales per month. So if a product has 50 sales per month and only $26 at a selling price, there's not too much opportunity there. So I wouldn't want to open it up. And there's a really big seller here, Best Source Office Supply, 231,000 reviews. So just for context of how big of a seller that is, they probably do upwards of 100 million a year, maybe a little bit more at that size. So a little bit tough to compete with at that level. More yarn. This one's 300 sales per month. Okay, smaller sellers. This one actually might be good. The buy box is on at $22.85. This looks good. Let's go to the Keepa chart here. Pricing is decently consistent. Yeah, it's pretty consistent. Stays between 22 and 28 or 25 rather. I'm gonna open that up. And what I do is I open up like 3 to 4 products at once and then I search all of them. So I get like a little bit of a rhythm because everything when it comes to product sourcing is getting in a rhythm. So I feel like that's way more effective than rather just doing like one, getting a no, going back into this. It's just like kind of like you want to make sure you're very, very efficient when it comes to this process, okay? Let's see what we got here. Dog toys is a good niche, but we need a higher selling price or a higher volume there. What else we got here? Tom's of Maine, that's the product that we got there. Yarn. Okay. Vitamins. What is this right here? Looks pretty neat. Dynamo, it's 19 sales per month. Again, this seller doesn't really align with us that much. I'm going to click off of his storefront and move on to another seller to see if we can find someone who we really like. Because ideally, we want to get a storefront that has like 5 to 10 or 15 products that we actually align with. Because that way, we could just save their storefront, put it in a Google document, and just look at it every month and let them do all the sourcing for us. And trust me, I've done it many, many times like that. Okay. This product looks good. It's a coffee product, which are good, but there's a big seller here. You can see Joy of Coffee, 16,000 reviews, probably an 8-figure plus seller at that level. Again, I don't work in beauty as well. Just there's a lot of issues when it comes to beauty. So I'm going to recommend you guys don't by sticking away from those. Okay, here we go. Folgers Coffee, 600 sales per month, $26 on the buy box, 22 sellers, all smaller sellers for the most part. And the pricing is pretty consistent. I'll open that one up. So we're one more away from opening up another one here to go and check those out. Nature's Made, it's a good brand. You could probably get this from Walgreens. You know, I'm just going to call my shot here. I bet you will be able to find this from Walgreens. The only trouble here is that most new sellers are gated on this Nature's Made. So whatever. But I'm going to take my shot and I'm going to say we can find that on Walgreens. Watch, like a BOGO, buy one, get free one there. So keep that in mind when we go back to that one, all right? But here we go. Let's start with this yarn product here. I guess I already have a price in here. My team, so I have 3 sourcing members who source for me on a day-to-day basis, and they all have access to my SellerAmp. So when there's like a price and the cost price here already inputted, I know that they came across this product. So let's see if we can find the same supply that they did and see why they passed it up on rather than listing it in the sheet for me. Let's see here. All right, so average selling price, it bounces between 21 and 22. We probably can get this for 22 if I had to guess. I'm going to look here into this data tab, which tells me a little bit more extended data and what I want to know with the software. So what I'm looking at is this buy box. So this buy box is basically saying the price. Okay, so what price are sellers winning sales at? And the current price is $22.85. Over a 90-day average, it's $21.88. Over a 180-day average, it's $21.51. So I can assume this product is going to sell for minimum $21.51. Okay, unless it's just a really bad lucky timing, and if we really don't know how to evaluate the keeper chart, because when you know how to evaluate the keeper chart, that's all you need to know when it comes to sourcing. You can see here the seller count's actually going down, so we want to see that, right? This is the seller count here. Right here is the volume, and up top here is the price. And you can see the volume is going up a little bit, probably because of Christmas and Q4. So we might be just in time to buy this at a really quick time. So again, I'm gonna put in $22.85 because that was the current buy box. You can see it's actually at $23.68 here, but I'm going to keep in that $22.85 price and see if we can find it here. All right, bulk buy, 3-pack, bulk buy 3-pack. Let's go put this into Google. This is literally the process when it comes to sourcing is you're just throwing these products into Google and see which supplier you can find at the best profitable price, okay? So again, what's this product here? It's red, white, and blue. The Italian colors looks like, or red, white, and green, I mean. So we're looking for this product at what? $5.79. That'd be 88% ROI. We could probably find it for like $7.50 and still be happy. You know, everybody would be happy if we bought it for $7.50. Let's go through some suppliers. eBay, Walmart. We're not going to buy from Walmart. This Getty Crafts, they sell for $5.69. Looks pretty good, but problem is you need like a super big discount to get that profitable. This one looks pretty good. Good Stores Online. I never heard of these guys. Okay, I don't think they have our color. Let's see if they have the color here. There's a whole lot of colors going on. All right, let's just keep on going to new supplier. If I was in desperate need for a lead right there, we would we would go through all those colors, but I don't think we will. Michael's is probably a good option for this to be a profitable buy from if it comes up in front of me here. We have this one. No, it doesn't look good. It doesn't. Again, when it comes to sourcing, you have to go to page 4, 5, 6, 7. When you start to get like the foreign countries pop in, like you buy Ireland or you buy India, and you get like the British pound symbol rather than the dollar, and then especially with like the foreign language writing here, you're probably capping yourself out. So that's one I would save for later to try to go find for one for. But it's not good enough to put in the sheet and call it like a lead without source site or like a lead that we don't have a source site for, because it's just not that good. But it looks decent, all right? It looks decent to go maybe do a deeper dive with like a late at night. And again, this has a lead that has tons of other suppliers we can source from, sellers, but I'm not going to focus on it because we have other ones to focus on, right? We have tons of leads that this process never really stops, all right? This is the coffee product here. You can tell the pricing is decent, okay? There's good buy box rotation. The volume is coming down a little bit, and then it went back up here for probably Christmas time. And the seller count's going up. So this is a little bit of a concern with the seller count because it went from the start of the month at 4 all the way up here to 18, 19. Now it's at 22, which I don't like to see that, but see what happens when I open up the 1 year chart. It shows me a little bit more of what I'm looking for, which is stability, like going up, going down, going up, going down. And same thing with the volume, right? The volume goes up and down, but it stays pretty stable at minimum 400 to 300 sales per month, which is good. And then the pricing, also very, very consistent. I mean, this is best case scenario, right? If we can have a high price or consistent pricing year round, right? Anybody who kind of wants to jump on that lead. Now, we're going to have to buy this lead for, let's see, let's go in here. Most of these sellers are FBM. And again, when you're selling FBA, you can always sell it at a higher price. I know that by experience and by doing it many, many times. Trust me on that one. It's a really big tip. So if we're selling at $29.50, we have to buy at $10.80. And this is a Folgers, which is a pretty big brand. So let's go see if some sites have this. I assume maybe Staples will be in the mix here. Wow, Walgreens sells coffee. I didn't know that. So again, we have to buy this at $10.80. And the size is 816 grams. What is that to ounces? 816 grams. Okay, let's see what we get here. Okay, 28 ounces, 816 grams. Okay, and I think this Walgreens one was 25, so it's going to be too small. Let's see. Yeah, this is 25.9, and 816 grams is 28. So, I mean, it's probably a completely different product anyways. Classic roast. What was this? Let's see. Classic roast. Let's see, it's tricky. I bet you still sellers who just don't know what they're doing. They're probably buying that product from Walgreens and just giving customers like low blowing them, and they don't know what's going on. But yeah, we're not going to do that. So we'll skip on that one. All right, so we need 28 ounces here. So I'm going to change this to 28 ounces just to see if it helps me pop up anything better when it comes to my sourcing. Okay, we have Zorro, which is a really good site. They're at 40 ounces here, which is tricky. Web Restaurant. This is weird, though, because everybody's selling at 25.9 ounces. So is Google wrong on the sizing here? Let's see if let's go to the product details, see if we get any other data. 1.8 pounds. I think that's 25 ounces. Let's see. 1.8 pounds, 2 ounces. No, it is 28. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe everybody's just, it's weird. I don't know. Maybe the sellers are just like jiving the customers, giving them something that's not right. But, all right, this is another one we'll probably have to put on the side because it looks like everything that's popping up here is 25 ounces. So you would think that the product is 25 ounces, but it says it's not. It says it's 28 ounces. Maybe customers don't care. I mean, that's not the risk we're going to take because we obviously like satisfaction is important. But let's see if anybody gives bad reviews here. Here we go. Always gets low quality reviews. I mean, I don't know how much people are going to matter for 2 ounces. Okay. Now, nobody really talks about the ounces situation, so we're just going to move on past it. Again, it could eat up a lot of time if we just dive into it too much. I mean, I'm curious, right? So, like, I'm going to keep on going with it. But that's probably the situation there. All right, now that's Nature's Made product. This sells 600 times a month. We got good advertising, good picture here. Pricing is pretty consistent. We have some mid-sized sellers at 200 reviews, 300 reviews. Sales volume is pretty consistent. Seller count is pretty consistent as well. Okay, so it's pretty good. We have a lot of good stability all the way around. This is a little bit concerning going from 19 to 14 sellers because that means that some sellers got kicked off on the listing. Again, this happens a little bit here as well, 23 to 19. Because like, you have to think to yourself, are 4 or 6 sellers really going to go out of stock all at 1 second? Probably not. So you have to kind of worry about that if the brand comes on here and doesn't want people selling the listing, so they kick some people off. But I think it should be good. Again, this is another product that has a price already in here. So one day in the last 4 years, I have sourced this product or came across it. I've never sold it or never added to the catalog or even a sheet. So I wonder why. Maybe because probably gated on the brand. So I just ignored it in general. But I bet you this is a Walgreens product. I promise you I haven't come across this, but this is probably a Walgreens product here. Just from seeing so many Walgreens, Vitacost, one of these, or CVS, honestly. They might be rebranding as well. What do we got here? We got triple flex, triple strength, plus D3, vitamin D3. Okay. How many tablets we got here? 120 tablets. I assume it's this product right here, but we'll see. It's a little bit tricky because they're advertising this picture, and okay, it's not because this is calcium. I could tell already. Yeah, we're looking for triple flex, triple strength, D3. Or is it? No, it can't be. It can't be. Let's keep it going. Nature's Made sells it themselves, I'm sure. Looks like another one here. See, this is just a classic case of, and again, sellers might do this, surprisingly or not. Sellers might change the advertising photos just for other sellers to get tricked up on. Seriously, that's a real thing. I've seen it happen before many times on listings I've sold. So it's a real thing, believe me. What do we got here? Let's see if we can find this guy. I think we're looking for D3, extra strength. Looking for 120 capsules here. And we're looking to buy it for $13. Let's come on, Walgreens. Don't let me down. It's weird. They got a bunch of weird numbers in here. 220 capsules, 300 capsules, 100 capsules. No, 150 capsules. No. What do we got here? Here we go. 180 capsules. I mean, thing is, I don't think these ones are extra strength. It would be nice to over deliver to the customer and get them extra capsules and whatnot, but I don't think this one's gonna churn out here. I'll check. Let's see. I'll check Google one more time and see if we can maybe get like a Sam's Club or something like this, something along those lines. Yeah, I mean, it could just be super misbranded, right? Like obviously it's not the calcium one, that's just like way misbranded, but it could be super misbranded or it could be discontinued, which can, you can keep doing the search for or whatnot. Like on your own, I really recommend you guys on your own to keep doing searching on this one because there probably is an opportunity there, but like just time's sake, we're not going to go and dive all the way through it, right? We're going to try to get some more profitable ones. So we're going to skip on through it. Let's go back into this source site or this seller. Remember here, we haven't been here in a while, so let's go back in here. Starbucks decaf, 500 sales per month for $41. Too big of a seller there. Let's keep it going. Dunkin'. The seller likes a lot of coffee, so maybe he has a good supplier like Staples or something for all these coffee products. If we're going to sell coffee, I like to sell it a little bit higher ticket, like $40 like this one. See, 50 sales per month, though. It's just not. I mean, maybe, but like it's just not something we're going to get out of bed for in the morning. Like maybe a little bit more. Nature's Bounty. Oh, this is an expensive product. $81. All right, it's a variation listing, so that's important to know. The pricing looks like it's crazy. Or it came down a little bit here. It looks like a decent one, though. That's got to be Walgreens. Oh, it's a pack of 4. Okay, that's a pack of 4. That's going to be Walgreens. All right, let's see. And as you can see, when it comes to sourcing, like just doing it a lot of times, you're going to understand like which suppliers work for which products almost instantly. Like you can tell like Staples product or like, Walgreens or Vitacost or Zorro, which makes it pretty easy. Like this might be Staples here. There's a big seller, so I'll just avoid it. But, and again, you don't just have to work with those suppliers that you know, right? You want to look for the smaller suppliers. That's a key that I always say since day one. You want to look for the smaller suppliers, build a little relationship with them, get some bulk orders in. That's the goal. But again, the big ones that you know. All right, let's go into this last storefront that I opened here. All right, we got a lot of clothing here from this guy. Might have to click off his storefront early. Oh, no. Okay, Dr. Marty's freeze-dried food. Interesting. 6 ounce. I bet you that's PetSmart. We'll see how right I am there. I haven't been too right on guessing the suppliers, but we'll see. Yankee Candle, probably Bed Bath & Beyond. I've seen a million Yankee Candle ones from them. Anything else? I know I'm going a little bit fast here, but you can tell I'm just like looking for stuff that like aligns with me. And over time, as you continue to source, you have that same feeling. Like I'm not looking at the Yankee Candle stuff because maybe we can go find it from Bed Bath & Beyond. I know we probably find this one from Bed Bath & Beyond, but it's just something we're not going to really align with too much. Pet Botanics. This might be another PetSmart, Petco one, but we'll just avoid on past it. Comprehensive self-treatment, 28 sales per month. That's a little bit of an interesting product. That's a book. Again, like these leads right here, these Yankee Candle, if you're sourcing on your own right now, you could probably find a ton of them right now from Bed Bath & Beyond. Seriously. All right, let's go look at this one because this is a pack of 4. It's pretty interesting because it's pretty expensive and there's smaller sellers on it, which is good. Sales volume's really good. Probably sells like 700-800 times a month. Health and household, some products sometimes don't show that yellow line, that monthly sold. But if it's like 16K, that's like 800 times a month. So if the BSR says like under 20K, sells really, really well, like 700-800 times a month. And again, you could check that by going to the data tab, then going to the offers. And in this offers tab, we're gonna see like smaller sellers potentially just selling out their stock like very, very quickly on, if it ever loaded. Here it is. So like you can see this seller here just sold. I mean, he didn't sell it that quickly, but he sold pretty well. You can also open up the historical offers here, show like the historical sellers on this listing. What else we got? What else we got? Yeah, you can, let's see. I know this listing sells really, really well because it's just kind of like the data, understanding like the BSR and whatnot, but that's how you can use the data tab to get like an extra confirmation that it sells well. But this one looks pretty good. I'm gated in it. Hopefully you guys aren't. Maybe you get auto ungated. Let's put it into Google. Maybe we will get Walgreens. All right, probiotic GX 25 capsules each one. That's this one, but we need a pack of 4 here. Vitacost sells it. Doesn't look gonna be like it's super profitable because we need to buy this for $47.77. We need to buy that for 47 and a pack of 1 here. Yeah, no. It looks like unless Walgreens here is buy one get one free, there's no way that it's gonna be profitable here. Okay, it is. Look at that. Look how you drew it up. Buy one get one free. All right. Walgreens does that a lot, so this could be a good opportunity. Now we got buy one get one free and $1 off of one, so basically get $1 off of each one, and we get 20% off of $50. Okay, so if we're gonna buy one get one free, let's do some of the math here. We'll put 10 in the cart just to play around with it. And what was the coupon here? It is sale 20. And again, this is a Nature's Bounty product. I should look at the keeper chart a little bit more before we get too excited here, because we might be working on something here. Okay, keeper chart's pretty fine over the past year. Still all small sellers. And again, this is a variation listing, so this one might not directly sell 600-700 times a month, but it does show that the sellers are selling, so which is a good sign. And again, you have to do a test buy to kind of analyze it. But what is this? The discount here, I think was save. Yeah, sale 20. Sale 20. Now, when you're setting to your order does not meet the requirements, you sale 20. What are you talking about? What requirements could it possibly be? Maybe there's another coupon here. Let's go back into it. What about any other coupons? Let's see. Let me run my deals here on Capital One Shopping, which usually does pretty good. This little extension here. Try the codes. So Capital One Shopping has this little extension where you can run all the codes. They basically grab all of them for you and do all the work for you, because as you can tell, trying all of these codes. And they're going to see if any of them will qualify for this order. I guess the 20% one doesn't qualify. I don't know why, but you do get $1 off of each, which isn't really much in hindsight, but hopefully we get something here from Capital One Shopping. Okay, we do. So, okay, so see, Walgreens has 2 20% discounts here. They have a save 20. Okay, so we tried sale 20. It didn't work, but Capital One Shopping told us there's a save 20, which is even better, okay? So we have $127 as a total, $127.95. Let's do the math here. Go to the calculator. If it loads forever. Okay, calculator. Now, I think we were in the high 40s. We had to get this to be profitable. 127.95 divided by, we have 5 because we have 10 bottles. So divided by 2 is 5 packs of or wait a second here. I'm all messed up here. Hold on. Let's just do it for each bottle first of all. I'm throwing myself off. All right, $12.79 for each capsule of 25 times 4 is $51.18. And again, it's the same product, right? Bloating formula. Yep, pack of 4, 25 each. Again, do the extra vetting process just to make sure it's the same exact process because we're going pretty fast here. But the product came out to be $51.75, I believe it was. At $51.75, it's 20% ROI, and selling at $81 is $10 profit. Not the absolute best, but again, I have like extra fees in here, right? I have like a miscellaneous fee, I have a big prep fee and whatnot. just to kind of play it safe. And so it's probably like 22 or 23% ROI, but still it's $10 product per one you sell. And again, according to the offers tab to that one seller here, I'm gonna go right to the top. He's had about, what is this? October 19th had 15 and he sold just about out. He sold about 15 units. This seller here sold about 10 units in about a week. So again, you have to do a little bit of a test buy, but if you can get up to 20 or 30 sales yourself, it's $400 profit, which is pretty good. So I'm gonna mark this one down as a profitable lead. And again, we've been doing this for 25 minutes, right? So you can see how it can kind of spiral into something pretty dang cool, pretty dang quick. We'll click on here for the supplier. And again, this is what this is all about. Like I said, guys, I want to try to find as many profitable leads as I can for you guys to at least jumpstart you into your journey with it and make some money and be like, oh, wow, this actually works. You can tell we haven't sourced in a while. I've been making some other videos, so there's some outstanding videos there. Okay. All right, there we go. Now, each bottle was like $14, I believe, so it wouldn't be profitable. I believe Amazon's probably selling this. No, it's a bigger seller. Okay, Amazon's also selling the pack of 1, which is something you definitely want to avoid, but they're not selling the pack of 4, which is cool. But Amazon, the price goes between, what, 20, 24, 26, which is not terrible because each bottle is like $14.40 or something. Again, I have a price in there, but yeah, I mean, barely profitable. I mean, it's actually not bad because it sells 1,000 times a month, which is pretty good, but still a really good lead. Still a good opportunity, especially for the packs of 4, okay? I think we'll leave it off there. I mean, we just left it off on a good lead, on a profitable lead that you guys can go and buy right now, as long as you're gated or you're going to have to try to get ungated. Again, I don't know if Walgreens works 100% of the time. You could look for other suppliers that kind of meet Amazon's requirements for the invoice, whether it's like Sam's or Costco's or another supplier, or do Amazon to Amazon, right? But yeah, so there we go with a nice little 30-minute product sourcing video. Found another little profitable one for you guys, and I want to continue to build on this list over time. These videos might get a little bit choppy in a few weeks. I want to shoot a few of them from Asia just because it's going to be a hectic schedule with all the videos and whatnot. But I'm going to try to get them out there and try to keep getting profitable videos, as I call them, for you guys to continue to make some money. So there we go, 30 minutes of product sourcing on Amazon, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, please subscribe. It helps so much, and I want to keep helping as many people as I can. So there we go.